Recording
Memo, you
is
wanna-
on.
Should we do some timekeeping? Or not?
I think it's good. I have the
Yeah.
rhythm going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no problem. I'll do the timekeeping.
So the first topic would just be the draft assets report. This is going to take a while, right? I don't know if we have time for anything else, but I would say it's probably going to be, I don't know, 48 to 72 minutes.
Okay.
So that goal is to do a quick 1/over of the entire report. That is the goal, right?
Yeah.
So if that looks good for the first topic, the other key thing here is that if you can send a message to Joyce and Ate
Yes.
about the bills and about how we should prioritize bills.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
And how we should prioritize bills like later to get off task.
Sure, I can
Okay.
text him.
All right, so we are ready for topic 1. This says anything, topic 0. Weird. That. Okay. What is this? Oh, yeah. Okay, so unfortunately we haven't actually started with the actual responsibilities. Like, I don't know what Alberto was working on, but basically these are the responsibilities that are supposed to be completed for the work. So, and then I think what Alberto got confused on is he started, instead of working on the responsibilities, he started working on the actual update, the actual report, right? So there's two parts. So this is the report section. So line 30 has the report section. So there'd be like an introduction, overview of the assets, the sim accounting, the sim update, root accounting, root update, diverge accounting, diverge update, jurisdiction update, other updates, current improved accessibility improvement, and then application of a new social investment model, and then conclusion, final overview, right? So basically, kind of like the overview of the report. So technically speaking, our goal, and let me link. So this would be the process organizing.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
Should we skip this one?
No, we should probably take a break.
Okay.
We're all on the same page here. So here you have the half-year report process organizing on line 5. And so, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, we'll have to figure out what exactly we want to do moving forward here. I mean, if we want to just kind of skip the work and just try to do like a draft report, you know, we could try to just estimate everything. But anyways, I think that's more or less the situation. Does that sort of make sense there?
Yeah. I'm looking through the documents. It's similar kinds of needs. Yeah,
What are
it's the
you
same
looking for?
thing. Sorry, the link that you, the document you linked on the
Yeah, I
notes,
just
have
copy and
your
pasted
report
it into my
process. Okay, perfect. So there isn't like a document or a draft that we can review and update, right?
Well, no, this is the first time we're doing the assets report, but we're going to work
Is-
from the draft of the previous finance report. But yeah, but the main issue that we need to figure out after the break is if we want to get focused on the responsibilities or if we want to just try to draft the report itself and not worry about the actual work.
What would get us off the halfway stop? The report, right? Not the responsibilities.
Well, they're one and the same, but obviously if we skip all of the work and just draft the report, we'll at least have something drafted, and then that would get us off the half pay stop.
Okay.
But we still need to do all the work. We would just have another 3 months for that.
Oh, I see.
So, anyways, I'm happy to just kind of like skip over, but let's like make sure we at least have clarity as we go through the report sections. The report sections kind of line up with the responsibilities, right?
Yeah.
As we go through the sections, we can kind of do, a little bit of overview of what the responsibilities will entail so that it's clear what the next steps will be.
I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so I
So,
vote for the responsibilities.
well, no. We're just going to focus on the report, but then we're going to go through the responsibilities as we go through the report instead of the other way around.
Got it. Okay.
Because
That's
they
fine.
more or less line up, except for, typically we would do all the accounting first and then go through all the updates. Whereas what we're going to do is we're going to do, for example, like, sim accounting and sim update simultaneously. We'll do both at the same time. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
All right.
Okay, how
So,
many minutes?
what do you mean?
Sorry, are we going to have a break?
Yes.
So how many minutes?
I don't know, like 3 minutes.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Talk soon.
Cool.
Okay.
End of break. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Back.
I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need another like 2 minutes, okay?
Sure.
No problem.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, I'm back. So the plan is to get into the drafting report. Are there any questions before we jump into?
No.
No question.
So it's good to note here we do have a reporting doc. So I'll put that in line like 54. And then I'm creating some new sections for our new reports. We have these new financial reports, and then we also have our new monthly, like monthly team goals and reporting, right? So if someone could link our most recent team goals and evaluation.
Team goals.
Where?
Is the July, August core team
One,
monthly goals?
Please stop and get ready.
Okay.
Now
I
inhale.
got it.
1, 2, 3. Exhale.
Okay,
1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Is it this one? The monthly team goals?
Yeah, I mean,
Individual goals?
yeah, that should be it. Mhm.
Okay.
And I'm linking the actual draft 111-degree east. Cool.
This one. Can you check if I link the right one?
Yeah, we can check. Yeah, this is correct, right? This is the one we just did. Verified, verified, verified. Got everybody. Great. Cool. So then we have our spot for we have our finance reports, our assets reports, and then our team goals and evaluation reports. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Excellent.
So what do we get the finance report?
I don't understand. What?
I mean, where do we get the finance report? New finance report. I mean, do we have it?
No, we're doing the draft assets report right now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back into our section. And so now on line 62, I linked the draft report, and then the first part will be the introduction. I guess we could keep it as the overall summary. I don't really see why we need to use the term introduction. So let's say overall summary.
Sorry, Jay, can you give me access to that document? I can't see it.
Oh, yes. Let me let the link.
Time to pause.
Thank you.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Yeah, I just created it, so I hadn't.
Got it.
completed
Thank
yet.
you. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's just start by going through it. So we have been doing badly on monthly and quarterly budget updating until we finally ended up on the hard stuff, which is going for both monthly and quarterly budget. So this old summary is kind of about the budget. So the first sentence should be more about the assets. So overall, we are not prioritizing and working on our assets or network. Our asset models have improved, but we simply are not scheduling and doing the minimal work required to keep our assets organized and to get and keep required to get and keep our assets to be organized and stable. So I think that's our overall situation. The presence of agency position agency meetings are managed overall status and priorities. So this is not really applicable. We can mention that we have now split off our assets reporting from our normal finance budgeting and equity reporting deadline, and so now we should get more details and work done on our assets in relationship to assets because of this new deadline, right? Cool. So I think that's a pretty good start. Let's move on here. So for the past 3 quarters, we've not been able to do accurate accounting to get reasonable financial funds. So we do have basic, we do have basic accounting updated for our assets with Sim, Root, and Diverge, uh, totaling
Time
about.
to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
So let's do a quick stretch. Okay, stretching good. All right, so let's go back into the notes. So basically, all of our assets are now being like anything that's like not in SimRoot or Diverge by definition is other finances. Does that make sense?
Sorry, one more time.
Yeah.
So Sim, Root, and Diverge Sim is Root and Diverge, right? So Sim is simply Root and Diverge put together, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The Sim stands for Simple Investment Model.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the Simple Investment Model that's basically Root and Diverge combined together. And
Mm-hmm.
so all of our Sim, Root, and Diverge value is considered our assets. Everything that's anything else like a stock or a crypto or anything finances in any way that is just like money or whatever is considered finances. If it's not organized and it's not part of SimRoot and Diverge, it's not considered a part of our assets. You understand?
So would you say asset is same as sim? Or
Sim,
asset or something could
Diverge.
be asset but not sim?
I don't understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is that we are separating out any crypto or any stocks or anything that is value that's not in Sim, Root, and Diverge. We don't consider an asset, and it is in our finances, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
So basically, our goal is to organize all of our finances and transfer all of the finances that are basically extra finances we don't need immediately into Root, Diverge, or Sim. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So the whole point here is that we don't want assets that are not organized. Period.
Yeah.
And all of our assets are going to be organized in Sim, Root, and Diverge. Period.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So we're just going
I
to do a
mean,
really
Mamoon?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm
Do you
following.
understand? You have questions?
Please stop.
Yeah,
Close your eyes.
not now.
Count 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Yeah, so just to remind ourselves here, if we go back into the reporting doc, basically you have 3 sections of, well, actually there's technically 4 sections of the report, right? There's going to be the new half year budget reports, like team budget reports, right? So you have the half year team budget reports. Then you've got the half year finance reports, right? Then you have the new half year assets reports. Then you have the new half year equity reports. So basically, you're going to have the budget, then you're going to have the assets and the equity and the finances, right? And so
Yeah.
anything that is not, anything that's basically business money and funds in general is going to be under the finances. And that's where the biggest mess is. At this point, it needs to be cleaned up. And then you have all of our assets. We're going to be very, very organized, very, very specific and clear and organized. All of our assets. We do not mess around with our assets. That's why we're splitting off anything that's a mess, automatically not assets. And then the equity will be all of our equity reporting for all of our tokens and our value and our, you know, ownership and everything. Okay, so we're gonna have 4 reports, and we'll go over everything that everyone needs to know in relationship to our assets, our finances, and our equity, and then our budget. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's gonna make everything. It's gonna make everything so much simpler and clearer and straightforward because it'll be organized in a way that's like understandable. And you can see how like our assets are very, very different. Our assets are basically funds that we are investing in a very controlled and organized way. We know exactly how we're overseeing those funds. They're basically, we want to improve upon it for sure. And then our finances is all of our basically, our businesses, business budgets, business accounting, and making sure we're paying our bills, and then making sure that we're organizing all of the funds and then transferring anything extra into assets, right? And then the half year equity report is for all of our value and tokens and overall equity value distributions, right? For like long-term increase in value. All right, so I think it'll help organize everything so much better and have much more detail in this stuff. So it's just good to understand the bigger picture of how this all fits in. So really quickly, we're just going to do an estimate of our assets, right? So there's about 110,000, 120,000, maybe let's say 110,000 in the sim stocks, and then the crypto is about 65,000.
Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
So root, I don't know. I mean, it's somewhere between 5 and 10,000. Just put 5,000. Diverge, root's the smallest. Diverge has 65,000. I think sim might be less than 65 because Diverge was 65,000. Let's see if we can check sim real quick.
Where are you putting these numbers from? I mean,
Well, I'll show you right now. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
yeah.
So here I'm going to DBank. I'm putting the Vault wallet in. And so it's $54,600. Okay, so then I come over here. This is $54,600. So this is actually verified and correct for Diverge. Oh no, for Sim. Okay, so this is 110 for the stocks, and so then Diverge is about 65. So I could certainly go into more detail on all of this, but this is a good summary. So it's about $250,000. Say 235,000, I think is good. So we do have basic accounting updated for assets with Sim, Root, and Diverge, and totals about $235,000 of value. Does that make sense? And let's just keep this number yellow just because it's not verified. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
For the past 2 quarters, we've not been able to accurate accounting. This quarter's accounting was only estimated higher. This is substantial loss in previous quarters due to overall crypto assets. So, in terms of losses, like, more accounting still needs to be completed in order to have better verification. The assets overall have been stable, and the only major losses was from 2020, from when we were defrauded and lost most of our bits. Okay.
Wow.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Yeah, at the time it was only worth maybe like $100,000 of Bitcoin, but then that would have gone up to be like millions of dollars. It's crazy.
Right.
So anyways, like
Yeah.
we lost like at least somewhere between the value after it went up is somewhere between somewhere between like $300,000 to $500,000, like about
Oh
$500,000 of
shit.
our own value, and then we lost at least another million to 2 million of other people's value.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's pretty sucky. So that's why we're kind of in such a difficult position right now with everything, and I don't know, we've never recovered. I don't know if we'll ever fully recover from it, but we will certainly do our best.
For sure.
But yeah, we'd be in a much better situation if crypto wasn't such a mess, or if people actually worked with me. I mean, I was trying for so long to get people to actually work with me. We still haven't even solved that problem. So like this first part is the most important thing, that we're not scheduling. We're still not working on the assets. Like no one's prioritizing it. And this is just an ongoing problem. And that's why we lost all the money in the first place,
Oh, I see.
because
Yeah,
no one
someone
wants to
should be
prioritize
just
on schedule.
do that full time.
What?
Do we need somebody to work on that full time?
I mean, we don't
Or
have like,
like
we
a
can't pay
major
$50,000
responsibility?
to like work on assets full time. I mean, we don't like, we're willing to pay anyone to work on assets if we can stable our assets and get funds, right? But it's like we can't just pay someone endless money to work on the assets if we're just going to lose money and not actually follow through with all the work,
Yeah,
So
for
that's,
sure. Yeah.
so if someone wants to work on the assets, that'd be great. But the problem is we don't really have funds to just hire an expert full time. Like that's just not really
I
what we
got
can
you.
do. So, if no one wants to
So
step up, there's nothing
Jay,
I can
one question.
do to step up. But it really sucks that nobody wants to step up and no one has stepped up for so long. Mamoon, what?
Yeah, the question is, can't we recover these because if FQN wants to invest this money to other platform, not in Bitcoin?
Well, a lot of this money is in stocks. Like there's $110,000 in stocks. So if you're taking 235,000, half of it is not in crypto at all.
Oh,
Is someone managing the stocks?
Time to take a
Yeah.
break. Please
Okay.
stop. Write
so
down what you
so
heard in break.
how
But,
many?
but, but
Please
nothing's
wait
gonna
for 6
happen.
minutes.
Nothing's gonna happen unless we prioritize and actually work on it, right? Like we worked on the stock. Obviously, Alberto put in the most focus on the assets, but even for him, it would be like months between actually prioritizing and working on the assets. And then since he's come into all of his money, he just doesn't really work on it anymore because he's working on his own stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So
Anyways,
say,
like let's just
how many
ensure
company did we invested in the stock market?
we typically only do like the top like 10 or so. 10, somewhere
And
between
you
like
kind
10
of
and 12.
hold and wait.
So how much is face
What?
value per share? I mean,
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Face value per share, like we're not doing assets work right now. If you guys want to prioritize assets work, we can do that and get into the details of the assets. But
Okay, Jay. No problem.
that would be like a much more detail. Right now, we're just talking about like overall accounting and
Mm-hmm.
reporting. So we don't really have any details on substantial on the losses or gains. So yeah, so that's all good. Yeah, I think like this is losing over half of our overall crypto assets, right? Substantial loss from previous quarters due to the losing of access. So this is the previous report where we lost most of our crypto, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was reported before, so it's very old. So we'll keep that in there just because it's applicable still. And we are confident we'll be okay in the long run. Ideally, we get back access to those funds, but we're not getting back access to those. But unless we do move forward, we'll never get this one back. So anyways, all of that. We managed to come up with kind of executive team. No, it's not happening. Not happening. Okay, the Canopy team has increased their HR budget substantially, but it's stabilized assets. No, not happening. So currently there is no team supporting the assets over management and coordination. Our goal is simply to be scheduling at least once or twice per week to continue addressing the asset updating. So here you can see how the estimated total includes most of our business assets and liabilities. So now we're splitting off all of the business assets and liabilities and personal assets. So all that's no longer part of this at all. So none of this is really applicable, but the Jurison fund is semi-applicable, right? So we can consider the Jurison fund. So let's get rid of this. So Jay has dedicated all of his assets to the missions of the network, including transformer, siting, balance, and equilibrium, the utility planet. Together we term that Jurison for the public network. Our goal is to have at least $300,000 in Jurison to be able to pay basic salaries in the U.S. and globally, and we are far from our goal. Based on our Jurison being down at 4%, that gives monthly budget about $1,200. So I think we should keep this section in because I think it does make sense. But it would be nice to know, the current value of Jurison fund assets. Jurison fund within assets is, and then we'll have to do some accounting on that.
Okay. Jay, can I ask you a question about the previous paragraph? Because I just checked the team schedule and there is scheduling Cobalt weekly assets.
For Tuesdays. But it just never happens. Like yesterday it didn't happen.
I see.
We did one asset session, I think the week before, and then that was the only one we've done. So in like 2 months, we've done one asset session.
Okay. Yeah. And is Joyce the lead of assets or not?
Yeah, I think Joyce is trying to step up to do assets. Yeah.
Okay.
So we could note that. We do have an assets lead, Joyce, who is capable of stepping up and helping get the assets organized and scheduled. So we'll see whether Joyce gets that and follows through.
Right. Okay.
Cool. All right. So I think this all looks good. So then we talk about all of the budgets, but the budgets are no longer applicable to this section, right? This is only applicable to assets now. So I would say we delete all of this.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to Jurison funds, there's also separation from our new branch of the network, Pinda, and the overseeing our business. And so I don't think this is applicable either. It's a lot of Jurison, but it's super more flexible to the Jurison community. Yeah, so I don't think any of that is applicable anymore. So maybe we could go into, I feel like we need one more paragraph, which is kind of like,
And the break time to start. Please get focused on the session.
as
Oops, did we skip a break?
evolve. Yeah, we missed the break. It's okay though. Let's just finish the section and then we can take a break. As assets have evolved, additional. We should definitely mention somewhere about them. So overall, we are not prioritizing assets for the network or asset models have improved. We're recently not scheduling and doing the minimal work necessary. Okay, so here we go. We do have basic accounting updated for our assets with sim, root, and diverge. So I feel like we do need a line here that's basically like our new assets model consists of 3 branches. Well, our assets model is called the simple investment model, right? SIM, which has 2 sub branches: root, which creates a balanced, stable value over time, and diverge, which does trading and works to stabilize volatile assets for medium-term gains and medium-term gains. Okay. So I think that is helpful to kind of have clarity of what our new model is, right? So all other value has now been separated out of our assets, so that all assets are organized and coordinated within our model. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So then at the bottom here, we want to say all assets have evolved. As assets have evolved, additional considerations are being made. This includes assigning responsibilities for benchmark performance, addressing recovery of lost funds, and our distributed trading system that
Time
will
to pause.
allow.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Cool. So that was opportunity. So then we also have a new social investment model that will ensure that as assets increase, we will increase funding and value to support the overall coordination of the assets and the investment into the overall social goals of our missions. Cool. All right. So I think that kind of concludes, because I think it's just important to mention our social investment model. All right. So the current value of Jurison Fund within the assets, I just don't know what that is, but it's probably like $3,000 to $5,000. $3,000 to $7,000, something like that. So let's say about 5,000. I just don't know. It's not a lot. It's mainly because we use a lot of our Jurison funds for our business, so that a lot of those are maxed up in the business expenses. Cool. All right. So I think this looks good for our overall summary. It's a good start. And so then the next section would be our overview of POS assets. So why do we have POS assets separate? Overview of POS. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could just talk about POS. Okay, so should we take a break and then go into the next
Yeah.
section?
Yeah. How long?
I don't know. It's a few minutes.
Like 3 minutes? 3, 4
Yeah,
minutes?
fine. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
Okay, I'm here.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay. So so we're going to go into the POS overview at this point. The POS overview, I don't think it needs to be very long. It's like a small paragraph. So POS is specifically the branch of overseeing finances, equity, and assets related as by J. Blas Jacob Cabrera, as the treasurer of many different organizations, companies, causes, funds. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as we develop our new decentralized trading model and assign more treasures, the network assets will evolve beyond just POS. But the details outlined within this report are specific to POS assets, and therefore any funds beyond POS would be in separate reporting only for SIM, Diverge, or Root company profiles, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
We'll just say fund profiles, yeah. So I think that's pretty much all we need to say about POS at this time. It's just trying to make sure it's clear.
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
All right, quick stretch. Okay. So maybe just one last line that just overall, let's see, in general, POS as a whole is not particularly well organized, nor getting the support that it needs to address all the finances, nor the assets explained in this report. So it's just good to acknowledge, and that even beyond assets, the POS is still a problem, and we still do need to do more. Cool. All right, so that looks good. So what's the next section? SIM accounting?
I guess.
Okay.
SIM accounting.
Okay.
So for SIM, I'm thinking maybe we just do the accounting like over an overview of the accounting, and then
Mm-hmm.
do the update.
Okay.
So the accounting would just be like the actual, table. So if we do accounting here, it would basically be you have stocks and then you have crypto. We know our crypto already is 54,600. So I don't know. I mean, the stock estimate is like 110,000, but I could quickly look up the exact if you care. Do we want to look up the exact stocks or not worry about it?
So, do we need to verify it or not?
Not really. I mean, it's about correct, but I could look it up real quick and get the exact number. Do you think you should?
Yeah.
Pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
It would just take like a couple minutes, right? Might as well, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And it's good for whoever is going to read the report afterwards.
Jay, are you going to write on SIM?
We're just getting the trust
Okay.
account. So it's 111,800. So 111,800 is the exact amount. Okay, so I mean, oh, and then we just need the total, right? So total is the sum of this and this. So the total is 166,400. I mean, I don't see how we could need any additional information, right? I mean, isn't this everything that we would need? Because again, this is the whole point of our assets, is that it's supposed to be super duper duper simple.
Yeah.
Like this is the sim model. I mean, it almost looks too simple, but I think that's literally how we designed it. These are the total
Yeah.
stocks. This is the total crypto. This is the total value. What
Yeah.
else is there to say? I mean, I can't think of anything else.
Right.
You know, so I mean, I think it's designed to be that simple, like that. It almost seems like too simple. I'm just like, what is going on here? Why is it so simple? So let's get this looking pretty. Boom. I think that looks good. So, and then we can maybe title this, you know, estimated value, US dollar value of that sim fund. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Another second. Yeah.
Sure. Cool. All right. So then we go straight into the update. Right. So it's not necessarily a separate section. We'll just leave it in the same section, but it's like, here's the table that explains our accounting. And then we can just do
Time
an
for
update
breath.
on it.
Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
All right. So currently, what I feel like we could say as of, we could just say as of August 2nd, 2023. I don't know why we put August 2nd, 2023. Is that a little bit too specific?
I don't know. Sorry, because I'm used to check on like find fund prices on a specific dates, and so that's why I was like, oh, maybe it's useful to know at which date that was the value, because tomorrow or in like 3 days or some big event may change it.
Yeah, but doesn't that kind of go against the idea of the 111-degree half-year report? Because then for every single member on every single part of every single section, we would have to put a date.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So it's like it's either
Yeah,
this
we
is
can
the
delete it.
111-degree East half-year report for 2023, and this is kind of like the estimated values at the time the report was made, or it's like it's not about the actual 111 degree east report. It's about every single value and every single thing having its own specific date, not the date of the report itself.
Right. Well, I think it depends if it's providing more information, useful information, or not. Like if it's just redundant, it doesn't make sense to keep putting the date.
Well, for me, it's just like if we're going to put the date in one place, we would end up putting the date everywhere.
So let's not put the date.
And it just seems like it would be kind of like, the report is the report. The report is dated for the 111 degree east
On August, yeah,
half year.
right.
Right?
So
And so
yeah,
everything
yeah.
is generally for that half year. And then
Okay.
in the next half year, we'll look at the relationship between the values from the previous half year until now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like in general, like getting on detailed Gregorian dates is just a little bit too
Okay.
detailed,
Sure.
I just don't know if we necessarily need that level of exactness report. Because it's just like an overall report that we do once every 6 months. It's not like we
Monthly
do
or
it
weekly.
every
Yeah.
day. It's not like a daily, accounting.
Right.
But we
Time to
can.
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
But that would be part of the actual assets and the tokens and like actually the NAV values of the funds, right? But that's a separate responsibility. Yeah. So there is a
Okay.
place for that. It's just, and we do that for Diverge and other things. We just don't necessarily need to worry about that now. All
Okay.
right. So we have just recently started the Sim Fund, and it represents a new model that combines both root and diverge into one single simple model. Since it is new and we just got started with it, we still have not finalized and set up the token and public.
Recording is on.
睡觉了。你这里淘宝就没洗啊？
But let's just kind of do the overview. So we would start as like currently there is an estimated total of $166,400 in the Sim fund, right? This is the first time doing an accounting of these funds. And we did remove some funds from Diverge to transfer them to Sim. Okay. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I can't really think of much else to say here. I mean, I guess we could say, so, we do need to move forward with setting up the website and the tokens that represent the value of the Sim fund. So I think that's it. I mean, isn't that pretty much? Can't think of anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
So then we do root. And root actually does have its own symbol. See if I can find the symbol for root. Yes, it's this one. Let me find it. Here. not working. There it is. So this is the root. This is the symbol I use for root. Right there. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and take a break.
Okay.
And then come back. So we're making a lot of progress here. So please go over here. We just need to do root real quick. We need to do diverge real quick. Yep. I mean, we could almost skip the Jurison update, or we might even be able to just copy, or not copy, but delete the paragraph here on Jurison in the overview, and maybe just have a sentence on Jurison, and then basically have that be the Jurison update.
Yeah.
Right, and so then there's just a little bit of other updates. I think we can skip the conclusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think we need another 30 minutes or more? Maybe an hour?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, probably like about 30 minutes to an hour would probably be enough.
Oh,
We're making good progress. I think we're like, we're almost halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the rest of it should go quicker than the first part, because now we're just doing the accounting or the updates, and we're skipping the accounting really. So
that'll be quick. Okay, sure. So how many minutes?
I don't know, just a minute or like 2-3 minutes. Yeah, like 3 minutes.
2-3 minutes. All right.
It's 4 o'clock. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
I'm back.
Me too. Hey, Mamoon, before Jay comes back,
Yeah, I'm here.
can you
Okay.
see the sessions you want to do?
So,
Good.
so because we've never done root accounting, let's just do a quick root accounting, okay?
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's line 98 to 104 of our notes. And what you're going to see here is there's 7 wallets. And so what you do is you log into dbank.com and then you just copy and paste the wallet, tell us which wallet you're doing. And then you just get the value of that wallet, okay? And then also, if someone could help get the, this would be the token name, right? Token name. I'm gonna read off the token names, and if you could just write them down, that would be really helpful. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let me try this.
So, login info.
Or maybe you don't need it. You just need to log in.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is just the deployer. So that one. So then you have 5LF. So this is just deployer, and the other one's 5LF. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you write the amount here?
Under dbank. So column
Okay.
D. So then the next one is TWR. Can someone write down for number 3? Number 3 is TWR.
Yes.
Time to pause. Please.
Yeah.
Then number
Close your
4,
eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
number 4 is U8W. Number 5 is 9LF. Number 6 is SBU. And
B
number
for
7,
ball.
what?
FBU.
Yeah, FBU. No, S is in Sam. BU. And then number 10 is WFW. All right, and I'm going to do number 7, bank. These are all pretty small. So not a lot of money in... okay, I'm going to do number 6 now. Is anyone doing any other ones?
1328. I'm already doing this. 28.
So this one is $1. It's so weird. These all have such small amounts. Oh, look, there's one that has $1,000 in it.
Yeah,
Exciting.
this one.
All right, and then someone can do number 5. Someone doing number 5?
Zero.
I think my moon's on it.
5 is
0.
0.
Oh,
Okay.
$7. $7.
5 is $7. Okay, so we have
Five is
there's not a lot of money.
Okay.
So there's
Yeah,
only
$7.
$1,426 in root. So it's very small amount. So the question now is how to present that. I think we could just call it like the wallet. These are the names of the wallet, and this is the US dollar value, right? So US dollar value. And then this is the total, right? Total, put that like that. So I think this will do the trick. Does that look good?
Yeah.
I don't know why it came up so weird on the thing. I don't like that at all. Why is it so wide?
Time for breath. Stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2.
Maybe I can try.
Exhale. 1, 2, 3.
I think it's
Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
Okay, I don't know. I don't like it. I think we just do like the total because it's such a small amount of money. Let's just do the total amount, right? So, to keep it doesn't need to be complicated, It's just like, oh, I know why it was so big. It was big because it was heading. So if I get rid of the heading, I do normal. Let me try one more time and see if this works. We do not really table. There we go. That's better. Okay. All right. So let's just take this and maybe you can go that. Like this.
looks good.
I'm gonna make these smaller. All right, that looks fine, right? It's pretty small. So this would be, root accounting. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so there's very little value in root. There is very little value in root. In root, and the overall model has not been worked out very well. We still do not have a website, although we do have a few tokens and the basic framework to add more value. This is because obviously Diverge is a bit more sophisticated in stabilizing value over short term.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right. So I think that is the clarity on the reason why there's so little funds in root. But obviously, we want to increase the amount of value in root. We'll have to figure out how to do that over time and get more value in root. But this is still at least existing. I think in the long run, root could be our biggest asset funding pool. It's just it's very, very
There's
good. It's
a lot of volatility.
Yeah, crypto has tons of volatility. It's less volatile than it used to
Yeah.
be. Still volatile over the long term.
Right, yes.
So I'm not sure what else we can say since it's still pretty not, activated. I mean, it's good to know. I guess we could note here, we are putting, major amounts of funds into Root with our SIM model, but those funds are technically separate from the Root. So we are doing a lot of root, but it's being done within sim instead of root by itself. So I think this is all we really need to say about root. I mean, I don't know. I can't really think of anything else. And we're just doing a draft anyway. So why don't we move on to Diverge? Diverge. All right. Okay, so Diverge accounting, I would just probably do the overall Diverge, or I guess we could link the details as well. So if we go into the 325F, 325F, Diverge Umbrella Token Vault. I mean, for me, I feel like this is all that really needs to be
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
There.
Mhm.
Okay. So in the Diverge section, I put the 325F vault and basically the breakdown of all of the different tokens. So there's $662,342 of value that was estimated in the most recent accounting of the Diverge. So this is where we talk about, like you were saying, where we actually do the direct accounting of the values of the tokens, right? In this case, there's multiple tokens. So there's the GXR token, the TAD token, the 3QF token, the PCP token, and the T52 token. And you can see how it's all -D. -D means diverged. So if you go up to the root, right? So where it says, 5LF, right? It's technically 5LF-R.
Okay.
Right? Because it's root. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you updated this, it would technically be, TW whatever -R. TWR-R, right? So if you want to add the -R to all of those, you could do that. So then it will be in alignment with the Diverge one where you have the GXR-D. So then you calculate the values and we know the exact number of tokens, the exact total value, and the exact, distribution of the value within each token. And so these are actually different chains, crypto chains. So there's the BNB chain, Matic chain, IVAX chain, FTM chain, and CRO chain. And so then you can also see the exact values of each token in relationship to the diverge fund. That make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Any other questions about the accounting for diverge? I think this is correct as far as like overall model that we have.
I have a question on the 322, 325.
Uh-huh.
The number, is that like that indicates something specifically, or it's just a
This is
name?
just the vault. Yeah. So this would just be like, maybe we
Time
can
to
move
pause.
this here.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Yeah. So that's just the name of the vault.
Oh, okay.
So this would be diverge accounting for the crypto chain token. Okay. So if you go to our notes and you go to like the root accounting, line 98 through 104, right? Each of these are wallets.
Yep.
Okay. And then when we use a wallet as a primary liquidity vault where it holds the value of a token, we use the term vault. And so, for example, line 100, right, the third wallet, the vault name would be 145F because it's the last 4 digits of the account of the actual wallet address. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
325F is simply the last
That's
4
4 digits.
digits of the wallet, of the vault. So we call it the 325F vault because that's the vault that we use for Diverge.
Got it.
Okay, that makes sense?
Okay.
But the actual accounting is a little bit more complicated than that because the accounting itself is involved with many other wallets. So we can also link below here. So eventually with all of them, we'll have a separate spreadsheet. So this would be the link to Diverge accounting. I'm not sure this is actually public document. No, it's not public. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think we actually need to link the Diverge accounting, and we want to keep everything public. Okay. So this is a good overview of the accounting. There's just not, we don't really need to do more than that at this time. Okay, so that looked good for the accounting. So let's go into just like the update. So Diverge is the most built out model for our assets currently, right? Or currently, would be the first word, right? Currently Diverge is the most built out. That makes sense. The most built out model. We have a reasonably...
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
So there's the website link. I spelled this wrong, Diverge date. So we have our initial website, which can be seen here, and we have five, right? 5 fully functional and tradable tokens on the BNB, or within the Ethereum network. All right. So I think that's pretty much it for our introduction to the tokens, right? Oh, well, I guess we could say the one that we use the most. So, with the most active being the TEAD token on the Polygon chain. Okay. I think that's a good thing to mention. Yeah. So what else do we need to say? We could talk about the value. So the overall value of Diverge has gone down with the significant drop in crypto value over the last year or so. Although recently the value has been slowly increasing, and we could actually put a chart, because unlike all the other ones, the Diverge actually is charted, and so maybe we should put the chart. What do you think? Should we put the chart?
What was that, Jay?
We could put the chart, right? So
Yeah, chart.
if you do TEAD, liquidity, Matic, Ether. Let's do Ether. I think it should be US dollar, $1. Cool. And then we can look at 6 months, right? We do 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about 6
Please
months.
stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, and then we have, let's put volume underneath and shrink it down. Cool. That looks like a pretty good chart, right?
Yeah.
But perfect. So what you can see on this chart is that obviously the value has crashed from in the last 6 months. But it's because all crypto crashed, right? It's been a massive crypto crash, and of course we haven't been doing the work, so we didn't really do any stabilizing of the assets. So you can see overall in the last, this is a little under a year. You see how the value went up quite a bit, almost 60% increase, and then it crashed back down.
Yeah.
And but it crashed back down up until around mid-June, and since June it's been going up pretty
That's
steadily.
lower. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it went
true.
up about 20% since June.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That was a big crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it went down almost. Went from 60%
Minus.
down to almost 80% crash.
Holy
Damn.
Do you understand that 70% down? Oh my man! I mean, each $100 you lose 70. Oh my god!
Yeah.
According to this chart, I don't know. So, anyways, the overall divergence has gone down with significant drop of crypto value over the last year or so, or let's just say 6 months, last year or 6 months, right? 6 months. Although recently the value has slowly been increasing, we did not do the required or expected work to stabilize or evolve. What do you call it? Redistribute, or what is it called when you do the redistribute? I think the Diverge portfolio.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we did lose access to over, I think it was $20,000 wallet. So the losses and drops could have been much worse. All right, and we're working on getting access to that
Time to
wallet back.
take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
And then this is the TEAD. This is oops. the value and change the value of D. So let's just double check to make sure this 2023, 2022. So this is actually a full year, 2023 and then 2024. Oh no, this is all 2023. Yeah, okay, perfect. 2023, perfect. Yeah. Good. All right, so I think that's pretty much all we really need to do for Diverge. I guess we could talk about next steps a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Diverge needs to be cleaned up and organized and updating its strategy models. I'll just say strategies. This has not been done in over what 3 years. As have been focusing on SIM. Now that SIM is a bit better organized, we have started working on Diverge, but have not completed the initial overhaul. Cool. So that is like the next step.
Yeah.
So obviously we would have lost a lot less money with Diverge if we had actually updated the crypto ongoing and kept it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So I think that's it on this for now. So let's look at so Diverge is done. That brings us to Jurison again. So I think for Jurison, we just do that thing where we just take this paragraph up here that basically oversees Jurison, and then we write one sentence, right? Under maybe POS, right? The vast majority of the funds that Jay oversees are not controlled by him. Only the funds within the Jurison fund, only the value within the Jurison fund is controlled by Jay to invest in and support his businesses, causes, and programs. Right? Cool. So I think that's all we need to say, and then we can just delete this section, and then bring that down to here, and have it down here, and we'll have this be the section on Jurison. Okay.
Yeah.
So that simplifies that. So then we can go directly into the next section, which is the other updates. Okay?
Yeah.
So for me, this would just be our last section. I'm going to go ahead and delete everything else here because we don't need any of that because that's all the old stuff. So we're just going to have other updates and then conclusion. I feel like, other updates. I feel like for now, we can just keep the 10 and 11 together in the same thing because it's just not really necessary. We'll skip the conclusion for now, do a quick little thing on other updates, and then I think we're done.
What did you say?
I just want to do we're going to skip the conclusion and then just do a quick thing on other updates, and then we're done.
Okay, wonderful.
Other updates.
Pretty good.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with it. What were you saying, Alberto? I mean, Mamun?
Mamun.
Other updates. What did you mean by other updates? I mean, is there any other accounts?
No, these are all the accounts. Assets are very simple now, right? Because we spling off everything from assets except for these few things. right? So let's just make sure we're not. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So then the other updates is just the only other things that we're going to be addressing. Okay. So you know, we still do not have a clear benchmark performance framework and are still working towards getting our POS assets team functional, right? Eventually, we will institute more detailed benchmarks and performance updating throughout SIM. All right, so then we have DTS. Let's go DTS after. Oh, actually, let's cover the social investment model. So we have built in a new and updated, unique social investment model to be linked. So let's make sure this gets linked. Okay, so this new model will allow for more accessibility to our funds and help build a interface with the contributors co-op, so that more people can get involved and contribute and invest, right? Invest. The primary framework of the model is that for all investing into asset pools, a required percentage will also need to be invested into social programs. As value of invested funds go up, so too will the required amount of value that is invested into causes and social programs within the network. This process will be automatically implemented. So this new social investment model is going to transform everything in relationship to our assets and our value. I mean, it's going to significantly improve how we are organized and are able to cover our costs. Because basically, like, like before we had, hundreds of thousands of dollars of crypto, and then it turned into millions of dollars of crypto, but then we had no funds for actually, covering the cost of overseeing the crypto, let alone all the rest of our programs in the network. So in this new model, if the value of the funds increases, from like $100,000 to $1 million, it'll automatically initiate the process of investing the percentage equivalency throughout the programs, and that will be in the benefit of the investor and the companies, because they will actually get equity and more stability with the whole network. Okay. So this will improve stability and functionality of the oversight of assets, as well as the entire network and businesses, or a network and organizations, right? Network organizations, with low risk to the investors or to the contributors, yeah, to all contributors. Cool. So that is exciting. So now we want to go into the update on the recovery and DTS, and then we're done. So let's do recovery first. So we have lost access to a significant amount of value. From losing access to third-party wallets. Our new models and systems are 100% based in decentralized exchanges and you know publicly transparent blockchains, right? Blockchains, and therefore we will reduce any future loss of loss of access. So I mean, I don't know if I can find the accounting at this time, but we could we'll add the estimated accounting. So estimated accounting at this time for our crypto or for our money recovery, our value recovery. Value recovery is about, let's say, $50,000, right? If you do not include the lost Bitcoin, so lost Bitcoin would be way more than 50,000, but this is the one that is actually like, accessible. And the lost Bitcoin, like it was like over 1,000 Bitcoin, somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 Bitcoin that was lost. And so we were a very small fraction of that, like less than 1%. So the actual hack for the Bitcoin that was lost was just a massive amount of money, like, and it affected thousands of people,
Wow.
Whereas this other money is much more smaller amounts that is very accessible, right? So the lost Bitcoin is not accessible. And there is a pending investigation ongoing. But for the other smaller amounts, that is very recoverable with minor work. Okay, so that's definitely part of what we want to do. So then lastly, with BTS, so for our decentralized trading system, we are implementing setting up at least one additional trader and are working on how we can increase and expand the number of traders as we build out a future crypto chain based on revocable custodial permissions. Cool. All right, so I think that is pretty much it. We can say like currently there is only about $23,000 of value that is external. Cool. So I think that is it. Can you think? I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good draft report. It needs a lot of work. We need to do a lot more accounting. We need to actually get some of the numbers finalized and just. But I feel like in general, all the information's there as far as all the updates and information that needs to be made, specifically for the assets. Because the assets are pretty simple. And that's what we want. We want the assets to be nice and simple and easy. What do you think? Do you think it looks pretty good as a starting point? I feel like it's definitely much better in a document than putting it into like, into a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are other logos we could add. Like we do have a logo for Diverge. We will have a logo for Sim and Root as well.
Mm-hmm.
We could add those logos, but maybe we could just wait until after we have the sim and root logos. But we
Mm.
can't add the diverge logo, right? If we wanted to.
Oh, okay, okay.
It looks like this.
The arrows.
Yeah. Well, they're like charts, Charts.
Right.
So
I like the positive attitude on it.
exactly. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know exactly where to put the logo, so let's just leave it as it is. It looks fine. We can
Okay.
add the logos later if we want to. Coolio. All right. So this obviously needs a lot more work, but as far as being draft and preventing or ending the half pay stop, I think we're done. So I would go ahead and put this into public storytelling. So this would be like current. Wait, what is this? Public storytelling. Oh, weird. Okay. Current draft assets support. Still needs some work, but it's a good start. Cool. So I think we're done. Any other questions on the assets report?
No.
Nope.
We have main session coming in 45 minutes, right?
I think so. Well, not main session, but it's a contention session.
That
Yeah,
starts
yeah,
in 50 minutes, right?
yeah.
So yeah, so we get 50-minute break and then we can get going on our And you can update Joyce and Nate and let them know that we are off half pay stop for at least this one, and then I think all we have left is the budgeting. Not the budgeting, the bills. So can you let Joyce and Nate know that we are and just do some storytelling or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we completed the draft assets report.
Sure.
Cool.
Mom, would you like to, or do you want me?
Yeah.
Okay. Ate said that she's not available. She will do an Andromeda H2, but I guess
Yeah,
she
that's
needs to
for
schedule with Joyce.
that's for yeah, we're doing drama hour 2 for the contentious session. Yeah. So anyway, we do my hyper eval. I thought this was a great session. We got everything done we needed. Good
Yeah.
session. Got all the work done. As a team.
Jay, we completed. What did you?
Say what?
I mean, we completed. How was?
Completed what?
I mean, the amount.
Amount of what?
Okay, so amount we completed sim and root, right? Sim, root, and diverge.
Yeah, the entire assets report is drafted, so we're done.
Yay.
So definitely add this to our income for client work, right? Income coordination for client work, because this is definitely client work for both of you.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, and there's still definitely some work that needs to be done on the responsibility organizing everything. So maybe index some of this information, but other than that, I think we're good.
Where'd you index this?
I would just index the second half, like the SIM investment model, and especially the root accounting into line 5. It has the process, the half year report process organizing. So don't worry too much about it. But and also you could link these notes into the half year report process organizing. Just make sure the notes are linked. So if we ever come back to it, we can find these notes. Okay. Always good to
POS.
index and keep track of everything. All right. Well, I'm going to take off. I will be back in about 45 minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Ciao.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Jerry.
Mama. Sorry, Mama. Did you understand the indexing?
Uh, Indexing. Yeah, I understand the indexing. So, where should we